Hey guys, today I thought I'd run you through my Necromancy Solak kill. With this rotation, you'd be averaging around 6-minute kills solo and 5-minute 30-second kills in duos and groups. This combat style makes Solak a complete joke as you're matching the DPM of someone in best in slot hybrid gear with barely any effort in comparison. So you want to start how you normally would in groups. You place your mines down. If you're not in a group, don't bother. Mines don't do anything when you're solo. So summon your minions, put your prayers on. Don't mind that. I completely forgot I had tier 99 prayer. And split soul, invoke death, start the fight. And immediately into a living death rotation. I haven't found much of a difference in DPM when comparing the living death start to the skull start at P1, so either rotation is good, just do whatever you're most comfortable with. For the pads, you want to reflect instead of debilitate, as reflect does damage. If you're in a group higher than 2, I recommend Vitpot or else you'll get blasted. And then immediately after this voice line, you want to devotion and then resonance. If you're hench, just fucking tick perfect disruption shield it. It's not that hard. If you went through 3 skulls and 4 fingers of death in your living death rotation, you should hit HP cap at around 30 seconds and then head straight into roots. At roots, you want to utilize bloat on each root as much as possible, especially during solos, since you can pretty much bloat one root and just move on to the next one, as seen on the example above. You want to also soul sap as much as you can, since you'll need the stacks for the arms and legs later on. One thing to keep in mind here, after you kill your last remaining root, make sure you have above 70% adren and do not click back onto Solak yet. This is because immediately after killing the root, you lose your target, and that means you could cast your ghost and your zombie for free, as well as your command ghost, which is really important for arms and legs. Keep this principle in mind because you want to pretty much use it again in the fight at P2 after you kill pillars. For the arms, you want to release your volley of souls, then immediately follow that up with an Omniguard spec and a couple autos. Then you want to cast Threads of Fate as legs come in, followed into a soul sap and a soul volley combo. Finish the legs off with autos or finger of death if you have the stacks. Immediately after killing the legs, you want to cast split soul and invoke death for the core, followed with a skulls, bloat, command skeleton, a couple fingers of death, and a death guardio spec to finish off the core. And as for P2, nothing really special, just cleanse, kill the pillars, go up and kill the core. Now after you kill your last pillar, you want to do the same thing as you did with the roots, where you don't target anything and cast your minions and your command goes for free. Stand at that exact spot and immediately follow it up with a skulls and a divert. I didn't do it here because I forgot, but it's really good to do for your adren. Follow that up with a touch of death and then living death A-pot on the same tick. Touch of death, then skulls. For this rotation, you want to pretty much just cast skulls off cooldown whenever you can, so that you could get 3 skulls off your living death rotation, as well as stacking up as much necrosis stacks and using finger of deaths, 2 finger of deaths as soon as you hit 12 stacks.
You got it right, Joe. Wait, that's topic.
Look out! Oh my god. There's more?
Pack, you let the team down, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's the fairy!
If you didn't get shit bomb RNG like we did, right there, you should phase the boss before he even does the anima rain. Ideally, getting into phase 3, what you want to do is use life transfer. I didn't get to do it, because obviously, what the fuck, Jagex. Then pretty much you just want to split soul, Omniguard spec into a basic, use bloat, and command skeleton as much as possible. You will need to resummon your ghost at one point in this fight, but this is where we want to use divert as much as we can, just so we could build off adren. You can do a strat with a dummy where you drop target, so basically you put a dummy down, hit it with a basic, and then dismantle it, and then cast your basic again when your target is down. Make sure that the chat box says cannot find valid target, and then you could cast your minions again. So before you get into the elf, you want to have either your skulls up off cooldown or have 5 stacks for soul volley. And then when you get in, cast invoke death, skulls or soul volley, and improvise with finger of death. Omniguard spec works here too. And it should be an easy one shot on the elf. For P4, you want to life transfer your minions if your timer is running low. If they died during the elf, you can cast an ability after getting out of the elf to make sure you have dropped your target. Then you could cast Ghost up for free as well as command Ghost. Having your Ghost up is pretty important as it helps you do more damage. If you have less than 100% Adren getting into this phase, you can bring a dummy and build Adren on it. And Touch of Death into a Living Death A-pot. Touch of Death again, just make sure you have 12 stacks of Necrosis before you get into the DPS part. And Split Soul, Skulls, Finger of Death spam, and pretty much just improvise, and then finish off with a weapon spec, or EOF spec, sorry. And yeah, that should be an easy one-shot. Hope you enjoyed my Solak video, and maybe or maybe not, I'll make another video soon. Who knows? Necromancy is pretty fun. I've been enjoying it lately, and yeah, thank you, Jagex.